Class 6, welcome to today's English language class. Today we shall learn what the two types of verbs are. I urge you to keep your books open at page number 63, chapter 8, the verb. The verb, as you can see here in the board, is mentioned, is of two types, transitive and intransitive. Now, what is a transitive verb? Verbs that take an object or objects to complete their meaning in a sentence are called transitive verbs. So these verbs necessarily should take an object or more than one object to complete the meaning of the sentence. Now, look at the examples, children. Sham plays the guitar. Now let's understand what an object in a sentence is. You know that in a sentence we have a subject. In a sentence sometimes we also in many sentences you have by now identified predicates also. Now remember, the predicate part also includes the object. Okay, you may not have identified objects separately earlier. That is what we will learn today. Look at this sentence here. Sham plays the guitar. Sham is the subject, plays is the verb. Sham plays what? Sham plays the guitar. See children, when we ask question to the verb using a what and we get an answer, that portion which is our answer is the object. So what does Sham play? Sham plays the guitar. So the guitar is our object here, and because the guitar, if omitted from the sentence, Sham plays, does it make any sense? Only Sham plays? No. The meaning of the verb remains incomplete. So to complete the meaning of the verb, the object is very, very important. We cannot miss out the object. Sham plays what? He plays the guitar. This gives us the object, the guitar, and the verb plays therefore becomes the transitive verb, because the transitive verb here takes the object in order to complete its meaning. I hope it is clear to you, children. Now, I love ice cream. Okay, I love ice cream. Here in this sentence again, subject I is the subject, love is the verb. I love what? Or what do I love? I love ice cream. So when I ask question with what to the verb love, I get the answer ice cream. Hence ice cream is our object. Clear, children? Now look at the next slide. Disha loves flowers. What does Disha love? Disha is the subject, loves is the verb. Flowers. What does Disha love? She loves flowers. So flowers is the object. And when we ask question to the verb love, we get the answer flowers. Therefore, loves is the transitive verb. The phone rang. Here in this sentence, the phone is the subject, rang is the verb. We find no object here at all. Hence, can we say that the verb rang here is a transitive? No, we cannot, because a transitive verb has to take an object after it. So this is not a verb in the transitive. My mother posted a letter. My mother subject, posted verb. What did my mother post? A letter. A letter is the object that the verb posted takes to complete the meaning of the sentence. Therefore, a letter is the object here. Next, my father took me to the zoo. My father subject, took verb. My father took whom to the zoo? So, me is the object here that receives the direct action of the verb. Therefore, me is the direct object here. Now, till here, I hope you have understood. Now, apart from the direct object, there is also an indirect object which may be present in the sentence. Like, consider the next sentence. Our teacher gave a lecture to us. Our teacher is the subject, verb is gave. What did our teacher give? A lecture. A lecture is the object to us. Now here we find that in this sentence we can ask question with whom as well as with what. In that case, what should become our direct object and what should become our indirect object? Remember, the direct object always receives the direct action of the verb. Our teacher gave what? A lecture. That becomes our direct object. And us is the indirect object, because the indirect object here receives the direct object. It does not receive the action of the verb. It receives the direct object. The lecture is given to whom? To us. So we are receiving the lecture. The teacher gave a lecture to us. The teacher did not give us, isn't it? The teacher gave what? A lecture. That is the direct object. To whom? Us. We are the receiver of the lecture. So this becomes the indirect object. I hope you have understood, children. Look at these examples again here. In a sentence, therefore, the direct object is the noun that is receiving the action. Remember this. In a sentence, the direct object is the noun that is receiving the action. I caught a fish. Fish. I caught what? A fish is the direct object. The indirect object of a verb is that which receives the direct object that I told you. Timothy built Anna a tiny house on the beach. What did Timothy build? Timothy built a tiny house. So, when we ask question to the verb, what did Timothy build? The answer is a tiny house and not Anna. He did not build Anna, isn't it? He has built a tiny house on the beach for Anna. So, Anna becomes the indirect object. She is the receiver of the direct object. The direct object, that is the tiny house, has been built for her. So, a tiny house becomes the direct object and Anna becomes the indirect object. Is it clear to you all, children? Go through these examples and listen to this explanation. You'll be able to understand easily. Thank you so much, children. I have not made this video very long because I want you to really understand. Please don't keep watching skipping to watch the videos. Otherwise, if you skip these videos, you won't understand, children. Thank you so much, children. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.